I feel like this show is hardly ever talked about. I feel like it's kind of underrated. And man, this show, the first time I watched it, I binged it so fast. I really enjoyed how bleak it was, how brutal it was. It's a perfect horror show for fans, for horror fans especially. The terror, oh man, I love it. I love this show so much. So this story is kind of based on a true story, but not really. Um, so this show, it pretty much combines it's like real life history with the supernatural stuff, and it really works. So the real story that they used for the show, there was actually this what's the word? An expedition that took place. Am I saying that right? The expedition. I think I am. So these this crew, they are asked by the king to go on this adventure on two ships. The Terror and the Erebus. I think that was the other ship. Don't remember that part. So they have two ships, right? They go on this adventure because they're trying to find the Northwest Passage. But unfortunately, there was a horrible tragedy, and this terrified me when I first heard about it. But apparently, the ocean froze, and the ships were stuck in place, and everyone died. And I was just like, no way. There's no way that really happened. That is so terrifying to me, knowing that. Imagine this. You are in the ocean. Again, there's nothing, there for like who knows how many miles. Then imagine if it freezes over and the ships get stuck. Like, just what the hell do you do there? Like, that is so terrifying to me. It must have been so cold for that to have happened. But I just couldn't get over that. And apparently in the show, they do say this too. And I'm curious if that really was said in real life as well. But it was confirmed by a captain for one of the ships that this adventure was kind of deemed impossible to do. And I'm very curious if maybe that happened in real life too. Maybe they were probably thinking, oh, this is not going to be possible for us to pull off. It's not really easy. And maybe that's why they all died. I don't know. But that's a pretty sad story. But the show, of course, they do their own version of it. So in the show, it is the same history story thrown in. And we are pretty much following the downfall of all these men. But there's something that also is hunting them, and it is terrifying. So these men, they come to the conclusion that the ships are not going to move anymore because they froze in the ocean, because the ocean froze up and now they're stuck forever there, pretty much. And they find out there's something out there that's hunting them. Because since the ocean is frozen over, it can easily get to them. And they find out there is an actual monster that's going after these men and it's killing them. And what's really scary, and there's like a part in the show that really left me with an eerie feeling. This monster is very intelligent, and apparently it eats souls. But the show, it kind of leaves it open ended, which I really liked. In the book, it does. Oh yeah, there is a book on this, by the way. I forgot to mention that, but I'll get to that in a little bit. So this beast is very intelligent, and what makes it terrifying is that there's a part that it kills someone right on the ship. It pretty much posed his body in a very creepy way. And even the men were like, okay, that's not normal, man. Like animals can't do that. And that's what made it very scary. This creature was vastly intelligent, and it had a lot of patience to do what it wanted to do to everybody. And yeah, there are a lot of shocking deaths in the show, I gotta say. It's pretty brutal how they all die. And again, it's expected, but the order they all go in is pretty crazy. And it's so sad. Well, like watching this show, because at the same time, you're also wondering, did they really go through that? Not the monster part, but, did they really go through, that real life tragedy in such a horrible way? I'm sure they were terrified. and that was really sad to me. From what I heard, this is a true story, by the way. For the history, there was only one man they did find the body of, and that was it's like Dr. Goodsir. In the show, the actor who plays him does a fantastic job. I think his name is Paul Reddy, the actor in real life. He did a great job playing this character. He was my favorite one in the whole show. Dr. Goodsir is described, and again, this could be for the show only. He was described as a very good man that was always trying to keep the peace. And I'm curious if maybe that's why they purposely had his character that way in the show. And I thought it was kind of, I'll say, bittersweet that he was the only one they found the body of in real life. Because I felt like that maybe for him it was meant to be. But it just sucked how everyone else, they never found them. But that is really scary to me because, it's the ocean. It really makes you wonder what happened and all that. And yeah, of course, like the show does their own thing with it. But again, it's just terrifying to think that really happened in real life. It's kind of like the movie Titanic. That movie's great, but just knowing that tragedy happened in real life is so scary to me, and that's why the movie scares me. But yeah, The Terror is a fantastic show, and now I'm gonna get to the book. Okay, I have the book right here. It's called, The Terror. That's it. I gotta say, the book is fantastic too, but when it comes to the show, I think I do prefer the show a bit more. Because they do leave the monster stuff a mystery. The fates of the characters are very different too. And I really liked what they did with Dr. Goodsir when it came to another character because he formed a bond with this woman they find. And apparently she had a connection with the creature. She was having a hard time trying to control its monstrous urges, and she got very close with Dr. Goodsir. They formed a very, very unique friendship, and it was so wholesome to watch. That was a great part of the show they added on. In the book, there is a lot of character death for sure, though, but I feel like, sure, it was still bleak, but I kind of feel like the show did a better job when it came to the fates of everyone else. I feel like they just leaned more into the darkness of it. And sure, the book's really dark too, but I did like some changes they did. I feel like the book really it really dives into the monster aspect of it. They really explain it fully, and I kind of prefer the show a bit more because it keeps it a mystery kind of thing. But the book is still fantastic, don't get me wrong. I really like both versions. I think my favorite is the show. And there's a lot of fans who also agree with this too. But yeah, The Terror is a very great show. It's unique. If you're not in the mood to read this book, it's pretty big and it's very long, as you can see. If you're not a book reader, then please watch the show. I think it's still on Shudder. Also AMC and Netflix possibly. I'm not really sure they're on there anymore. But please, you guys gotta check this story out. It's incredible. One of the best stories ever made in horror. I'm sure that anyone would enjoy this show. Or book. Okay, guys. That's it for today. I'll see you with a brand new video very soon. Peace out.